Welcome and thank you for tuning in here to the channel. We're here at Loveland Yoga Studio in Houston, Texas. My name is Bobby Phelan and we'll be doing a really simple hamstring sequence today. In my mind, hamstrings are one of the most high maintenance muscles that we have because literally everything we do can add tension to them. Like say you've been walking a lot, that'll add tension to your hamstrings. If you've even just been standing for a long period of time, that adds a lot of tension to the hamstrings. And even worse than that, even just sitting for long periods of time, this causes tension to build up there in the back of your thighs. So, if you work a desk job or maybe you just took a road trip and you were sitting in the car forever, stuff is built up in there. Hamstring maintenance and a sequence like this is something that I really believe needs to be a staple part of your life, part of your weekly routine. It's kind of like, the other night I picked up my couch to clean up underneath it, and there were all those crumbs that had built up underneath, and it had probably been too long since the last time I did that. I need to do it more regularly. You got to think of your legs as the same way, right? Little stuff is building up in between the cracks and underneath the rug, and you really need to have it built into your daily routine where you get in here, you get moving, you get stretched out, and you relieve that tension before anything adds up. I think most people are going to wait until the tension is built up so much that it's caused pain, and then they want to come see me and try to do yoga. But if you make it part of your routine and you get ahead of it, life is just 100 times easier. You can stand up better, you can walk better, you feel better. And so, with all that said, let's just hop on the mat and get rolling. Yep, for the first pose, we're just going to do Ragdoll. We're just going to hang out together for a minute, quite literally. So separate your feet to hip width apart. Spread out your toes nice and wide. Put a really generous bend in your knees so that your chest can touch your legs. And then just let your spine hang, okay? Gravity will do everything. We don't need to push anything just yet. All right, we're just doing some yoga poses, hanging out together. Now take a few deep, slow breaths. And really, the slower the better. By slowing down the breath, I relax the body. All of these spots that are gripping start to let go. And while we hang out together here, just keep an eye on your hamstrings and see what's happening. First couple breaths, when I hop into this pose, I don't feel a ton at first. If you're something like a runner or you just have a lot of tightness in there for whatever reason, I bet the sensations are a bit louder here at first, but whatever the case, just let it hang out. Allow your low back to relax and to spread out. Relax your mid back, your upper back. Relax your shoulders so your arms are just draping here. Yeah, and let your head relax so much that you can feel the weight of your head pulling on your skull. And just like that, right? We're taking a couple minutes. I've seen a lot of people, they say they stretch their hamstrings, but really they just kind of get into the pose for 5 minutes, or 5 seconds, and then they back off. You gotta give it time. You gotta let it hang, gotta let it breathe. Now, wherever you're at, go ahead and spread out your toes a little bit wider. Try to make your shoe size bigger. Now place your hands on your shins, and like this 3 times. Inhale, lift your spine up halfway. Exhale out, forward folds. Bring your chest back towards your knees. Twice more. Inhale, lift up halfway. Hold your breath for a moment while you're full. Exhale, forward fold. One more. Inhale, lift up halfway. Lengthen out your low back especially. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, plant your hands on your yoga mat. Step back into a push-up position. And then just take it all the way down here to your stomach. Easy Cobra pose. So prop yourself up here on the elbows. Okay, root your knees and thighs into the mat. Pick up your stomach and scoot it further away from your thighs so you feel the front of your hips unlocking. All right, now we're just gonna let the body breathe right there for a minute, okay? Lift your head up and away from your shoulders. Draw the bottom tips of your shoulder blades together. Inhale and spread out across your lower back. Exhale, reach your tailbone towards the ground. Little micro move. Okay. Now, drag yourself back down to the ground. Let's push up into a tabletop position. So here on the hands and knees. And then we'll look at gate opener. So not a hamstring stretch, more for the inner thigh, but the inner thigh is the next door neighbor of the hamstrings. And so if we get it a little warmed up, it's going to help us with our other poses. Okay. So my right leg's directly out to the right. And then just sway forward and back, just like you're flossing out your hip joint and your inner thigh muscles. And let it breathe. Yeah, stay focused with your breath, stay in your body. Now come up onto your hands again. Take your right leg, reach it directly out behind you, and plant your toes in the ground. All right, now let's press into the toes and just move the hips forward and back a little bit. Now, next time your heel goes towards the ground, hold it there. Allow your calves to stretch, allow the back of your knee to open up. Lift your chest slightly. Push enough into your big toe that you feel your right hip flexor. Okay, set your right knee back down on the mat. Gate opener on the other side. Take your left leg directly out to the left. Can't really see on the camera there, but yeah, just perpendicular away from your torso. Sway hips forward and backwards. Relax all the little muscles in your face. Relax your neck and your shoulders. And then let it breathe. Okay, come back up onto your hands. Take your left leg, reach it directly out behind you. Plug your toes into the ground. And then initiating the movement from your ankle, push yourself forward and back a few times. And send the heel way off behind you. Look for sensation in your calf muscle. And lift up slightly through your chest, lift up slightly through your stomach. And press into the big toe mound of your foot especially. Let that breathe, smooth inhale, press into big toe. Exhale, lengthen your spine towards the front of your mat. And lower back down to your knees. Reach your hands further out towards the front of your mat. And downward facing dog. So lift the hips up and backwards. Okay? Now keep your fingers spread out really wide and flatten your palms into the mat. Whole palm touching. And then one leg at a time, bend your knees back and forth and lift the heels up and down. So it sort of looks like this down dog's on a bicycle. And then the invisible detail. Every time I bend one knee, I'm pushing into the leg that's straight. That way I get that sensation in the back of the hamstring and also through the calves. Now walk your hands backwards to your feet. And I'll start off in that ragdoll position again. So bend your knees a lot, just let your spine hang out. Little casual yoga pose. We're just spending a little time hanging together. And relax your neck until you feel the weight of your skull. Okay. Now to add a little more energy to the pose, take your fingers and grip onto your big toes. Just index and middle fingers, they slide right in where the flip-flops go. Firm up your big toes so you have something pretty sturdy to pull on. And then we move with breath. So it's inhale, relax your lower back. Exhale, firm, steady squeeze from your arms. And stay in that rhythm with breath. Inhale, relax low back, back off a little bit. Smooth exhale, steady squeeze. And keep that going. So smooth inhale. Full exhale, send sitting bones and tailbone a little higher. Inhale, spread out across upper back. Exhale, draw low belly in towards your spine. Now plant your hands on the mat. And so your feet out a little bit wider. And then Malasana, so the yogi squat. Just gonna get my hips as low as they'll go. If you find that your heels are way up off the mat, you can take your feet a little bit wider, and that'll help you get the heels lower. Now bring elbows to inner thighs. Lift up through your chest, arch upper back slightly. Inhale, relax your stomach. Yeah, let it Buddha belly out. Exhale, draw low belly in. 2 more, inhale, relax your stomach. Exhale, draw low belly in. 1 more, inhale, soften stomach. Exhale, draw low belly in. Draw pelvic floor up and in towards the intestines. Plant your hands on the mat. Forward fold, pop your hips up high, pigeon toe your feet slightly. Grab your ankles, strong exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, refold. 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale and roll up to standing. So my low back wall line, then my bin back, then my upper back. Finally my head. Ooh, head's out of frame, that's all right. Take a deep breath in. Take a full breath out, sigh. All right, now let's step into a triangle pose. So left foot towards the front of the mat, right foot behind. Hey, there's my head, I can see you guys again. So both of my heels are in one line. I'm gonna extend out over the front foot, my left one, land your left hand on the ankle, and reach your right hand up to the ceiling. Okay? Now spread out all 10 of your toes. Lift your left toes off of the mat, maintain that lift, and press down through the big toe side of this foot here. And now bend your left knee slightly, and lift your left kneecap towards your hip joint. Take a deep inhale, lengthen the right side of your torso. Exhale, rotate your chest towards the ceiling. Imagine there's a wall right behind you, and I'm gonna lean right into that wall. We'll switch off to pyramid. So reach your right hand towards the front of the mat. And there's this little slide step. So step right foot forward, out to the side slightly. Hips are square to the front of the mat. If it feels like there's any rotation with the hips, just try to engage. So right hip rotates forward, left hip back, maintaining that evenness. Take a smooth inhale into low back, lengthen it. Exhale, relax your chest. Relax your neck. Relax that spot right where your neck connects to the back of your skull. And beyond all that, just keep breathing. Watch your left hamstring with each breath. And if you still want a last little bit of action, lift your left toes off of the ground, press down through big toe side of the foot. All right, now let's walk our hands to your right, so facing the side edge of the mat. Wiggle your feet out wider, come to a wide leg forward fold, so like 3.5, 4 feet wide. Go ahead and grip onto the outer edges of your feet and relax your spine for a breath or two. Let it ragdoll. And tune back into your conscious breath, and then every exhale, add a little energy to the pose. Soften on inhale, back off. Exhale, smooth, firm squeeze. Inhale, back off a little, relax your lower back. Exhale, draw low belly in. Find strength from your arms. Contract your quads and inner thighs. Inhale, back off one more time. Exhale, hug a little bit lower into the pose. And lift up halfway. Turn your right toes towards the back of the room, or towards the back of your yoga mat rather. Place your right hand on your right ankle. Reach left arm up towards the ceiling. Okay, fan out all 10 of your toes, and then press evenly into both feet. And imagine you're trying to stretch out your yoga mat so it's getting a little bit longer. Okay. Now lengthen both sides of your body. Rotate your chest towards the ceiling until you feel the left side of your low back open up into that. It has this direct connection between low back and hamstrings. Now relax your neck. Relax the muscles in your face. Breathe in a way that brings ease to the effort of the pose. And pyramid pose. Windmill your left hand to the ground, landing it by the right foot. Bend your right knee. Take this little slide step, about 2.5 feet long with this stance. Inhale, lift spine up halfway. Exhale, fold down, send your forehead towards your shin. Lift your right toes up off of the mat. Press down through the big toe side of your right foot. And breathe your way into your hamstring. Breathe in a way that lets your body be non-reactive. That feeling in your hamstring, it's just a feeling. Tension is just tension. We don't have to make it mean anything about us. And the more neutral your emotions are towards your tension, the more it's willing to let go. Yeah, the pain of stretching suddenly becomes another feeling. Alright, lift up halfway. Walk your hands back towards the side edge of your mat. Wiggle your feet back into that wide leg forward fold position. So about 3.5, 4 feet wide. And slight pigeon toe. So the toes are rotated in towards each other. I see this one a lot at the studio where you get the toes rotated out, but we'll get a little more out of it once you have them rotated in. And lift up halfway. Interlace your fingers behind your back. And then refold. Yeah? Keep the shoulder blades drawn together. Let your hands start to lever up and away from your lower back. Allow the weight of your arms to carry your head a little bit lower. If shoulder blades start to slide apart from each other, draw them back together. And relax your neck completely. By relaxing your neck, now you feel the weight of your head, gravity is on your side. Take a deep, long, smooth breath in. Exhale, send your chest towards that space between your knees. Inhale, rotate your sitting bones up towards the ceiling. Exhale, draw low belly in, contract inner thighs. Inhale, spread out the spaces between your lower back bones. Exhale, send the crown of your head towards the floor. And return your hands to your lower back. Lift up halfway, place your hands on the ground. Then we can just pop down to a seat from here. Okay, seated side bends. So have your left leg off to your left. Tuck your right leg in towards your groin as if, this leg was just sitting cross-legged. Okay. Place your left elbow on the ground next to your knee. Reach the right arm up and overhead. So working into the side body stretch. You can reach out so much through right fingertips that you feel it all down the right side of your body. Relax your neck, relax the little muscles in your face. And then we'll just hang out. Yeah, lift up slightly. Rotate your chest over your leg. And start to fold into it. And relax your neck right away. Slow yoga breath. And send your right sitting bone towards the floor. Inhale, lift a little bit, lengthen out through lower back. Exhale, relax chest bones, relax shoulders, relax the little muscles in your face. Just let gravity take over. Inhale, fill up your whole body. Exhale, feel the whole body exhaling, even your toes. Slowly roll back upward. Switch off the legs. So right leg directly out to the right. First the side bend. Land your right elbow on the inside of your right knee. Reach left arm up and overhead. Yeah, just trying to make the left side of the body as spacious as possible. If you are flexible enough to grab your foot right away, feel free to go for that. I think I forgot to say it on the first side, but just so you know, it's always there. Inhale, extend out through left fingertips. Exhale, relax your neck. Spread out the spaces between the ribs on your left side. Inhale, lift your ribs up and away from below back. Exhale, mini rotation, chest towards ceiling. I hit a tight spot, made a funny face. And sit all the way up. Slight rotation at your torso. Inhale, reach out over your foot. Exhale, send your armpit towards your knee. Relax the back of your neck. Inhale, lift back bottom ribs away from lower back. Make that space bigger. Exhale, draw low belly in. Inhale, spread out both side bodies. Exhale, root your sitting bones into the mat. Inhale, reach out through your right heel. Exhale, let your whole body get heavier. Yeah, surrender to the stretch as opposed to fighting with it. And bring yourself all the way up here to seated. All right, one last counter stretch, and we'll call it a day. Go ahead and lay down on your back. Yeah, bring your knees into your body. By bringing the knees into the body, you can get your back a little bit flatter there on the ground. So maximum connection between your low back and the floor. Okay. Happy baby pose. Grab a hold of either your toes, your ankles, or the pinky toe edges of your feet. Open your knees to at least 90 degrees. Could go a lot wider than that if it feels good to go deeper in that way. Send your tailbone towards the ground. Relax your legs completely. And then just let it breathe. Sometimes the most valuable poses, you just set it up and then you just give it some time. You don't have to do anything else. Now draw your feet together in that butterfly position, or your feet all the way to the ground. Your back probably arched a little bit when you did that, so just flatten it out as much as you can. We won't get perfectly flat here, but just flat enough that you feel that space open. Now take your arms, lay them on the ground up above your head. Breathe into your low belly, into your hips. Relax the little muscles in your face. Relax your shoulders. Relax the little spaces in between your ribs. Relax your hip joints. Relax your legs completely. Just like that ragdoll pose, let gravity take over. Any background noise, it's just another noise, no need to react. Now, bring your palms together at heart center, right above your sternum. Let's get one last breath together here. Wherever you're at, exhale everything out. Draw low belly towards the floor. Inhale, let your whole body fill up all the way to the skin. Exhale, see the breath moving away from the skin. One more just in case. Inhale, fill up from your core all the way to the skin. Whole body's a balloon. Exhale the breath out through the skin. Go ahead and take your legs out of the butterfly. Stretch your arms overhead. Reach feet towards the, reach it away from your body. Blink open your eyes, peel yourself up to seated. Give our legs a little slap down. Got our daily maintenance. Got underneath the couch, into the cracks. Cleaned out all the tension. Tension's gonna build up again, but cleaning up next time will be easier. Any questions or comments on what we did today? Any requests for next time? Leave a comment below. And my name is Bobby Phelan, co-owner, co-founder of Loveland Yoga here in Houston, Texas. If you're in the Houston area, come by, do this with us live. We'll do full hour sequences. Otherwise, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll keep it going. Posting 2 videos a week for now, maybe more if there's a demand for it. Beyond that, that's all I got. Thank y'all for being here. Much love, peace, namaste, all that stuff. Love you guys. We'll talk soon.